Hi everyone, it's Carrie, aka Nerdy Girl Crates, and welcome back to my YouTube channel. Today is Manga Monday Reviews, and we are going to take a look at The Witch and the Beast, written by Kosuke Satake. I apologize if I said that wrong. And it is published by Kodansha Comics. Now, this manga, I first saw it in Barnes & Noble, and according to the cover, I didn't read the description, I got the impression that this was like maybe a fantasy supernatural romance novel, because the two main characters are depicted on the front as wearing like evening wear. She's in a dress, he's in a suit, and they're in some kind of romantic atmosphere with a fancy city and lights, and I wasn't interested. But then I kept hearing people talking about this, so I decided to pick up the first two volumes on Right Stuff, and to my surprise, this is not what I thought it was. It focuses on two characters, and I apologize if I say these names wrong. I'm going to do my best. I don't do it on purpose, I promise. Gudaya and Ashef. Now, Gudaya is this girl who is the beast in the title. She is very feral. She has beast-like eyes and fangs, and despite looking very frail and very soft and beautiful, she is actually, as the title says, a beast. Her personality does not match her physical appearance. She is her attitude is very, very aggressive, and she does not like working with others. She has one goal in mind, and that goal is to hunt down the witch that cursed her. And she is in this situation and where she has to partner with Ashef, who is like the complete opposite of her. He's very soft-spoken. He's very calm. He doesn't get agitated much or angry. And he is a spellcaster, and he works for this organization that convinced her that they'll help her hunt the witch down if she helps them hunt other witches and other supernatural threats. Well, I love this dynamic because you have this guy who can absolutely handle being with her. She is always like ready to rip somebody's throat out, and he is much, like I said, calmer and ready to more assess the situation before jumping full in. And she has no patience. He has the patience of a saint. And she keeps reminding him all the time, she's only in this to look for the witch who cursed her. And he has to at times trick her into taking missions by saying it looks like this is possibly a witch, and turns out it's not, or it's not the witch she's looking for, and she gets very angry. Now, Ashef, again, hope I'm saying that right, carries a coffin around on his back, which contains something, and I don't want to spoil it if you're going to read this, that is connected to Gudaya. But it's very important for her when she's finally taking on whatever the target is, that he has this coffin with him. Now, this manga kind of reminds me of an anime I was really into back in, I think it was the early 2000s. Yes, I'm aging myself. And I think I still have it. I think I saw the full series, and it was called Witch Hunter Robin, where there was this secret organization in Japan that was hunting witches because witches were deemed evil. And they had this one girl who had special abilities to hunt and track witches. It was different in the fact that the girl in Witch Hunter Robin was actually more of a spellcaster. She wasn't a beast. But there seems to be like a lot of similarities. Like there's a lot of secrets here that you're trying to figure out. There's also another organization that's much more, how we can say, government funded, that prefers this group going out instead of the group that Gudaya and Ashef are part of. They're more militaristic, they're very uniformed. I haven't got to see them in play yet because I just only read volumes 1 and 2, and I just got 3 and 4 from Right Stuff. Meanwhile, Gudaya and Ashef's organization is kind of looked down on. They kind of have to do things in the shadows, and out of desperation, people will reach out to them for help. I want to talk now about, first, my favorite thing to discuss, the art. Now, like I said, I kind of was deceived by the covers when I was in Barnes& and Noble. I thought this was some type of supernatural romance with the way the characters are drawn and portrayed on the covers. But despite that, the art is very beautiful. Kind of stands out from other manga. It has a very unique design. It's its own signature design, I should say. Like, you can recognize it from everything else. You can see the character and know who it is. It doesn't follow the same type of design elements you see in more popular manga that's very mainstream. But it's very elegant. That's another word I wanted to use for this. Elegant and refined. Like I said, when you look at the cover, they're very much like designed as if they're going out on a fancy date somewhere or visiting some museum. And elegant's the perfect word to describe that. It's you can tell also, because most manga is always in black and white. You can tell with this design that the main female character's eyes, you know, they glow without them having to use color. If you understand what I'm trying to say. Like, you know that they are not human eyes. You could tell like there's some type of like brightness, unnatural brightness to them. Meanwhile, the male character, he's very tall, slim, and he has more gentle expressions, unlike his female counterpart, because he is more of the communicator. He's the guy who's more the one who's going to approach everybody in a very calm manner, and he's going to be very compassionate and understanding and willing to listen, because that they need that balance, because she will not do that. She is ready to say, where's the witch, let me rip it up, because she's very feral. She's very much a beast despite her appearance. And like I said, the art is great, and especially when you have the scenes where they're fighting the witches and you have like the spell casting and the monsters that come out. They use a lot of dark shading and coloring, a lot to emphasize the evil in this, and it's stunning to look at. I really love the art in this. Now, as back to the story, I do like the relationship between these two, because despite the fact she acts like she doesn't like him, Godaya knows she needs him. She knows she needs Ashraf to help her with her end goal, to find this witch. And meanwhile, Ashraf knows he is responsible for her, and he's got to make sure she stays in line and she doesn't get out of hand and cause more damage than necessary. And that's not always easy for him. But he needs to be like that level, that calming level to her. And it'd be interesting to see how this develops over time. Like, there's got to be at some point where even he can't, hold back emotions. He kind of like laughs off her threats and her jabs at him, because he knows that what he's dealing with. The witches are very each witch so far that I've met has its own uniqueness to them. There's also a lot of, with the story, a lot of surprises. You think you're dealing with something in one hand, and then it turns out to be something different on the other. And I like that. Again, it reminds me of Witch Hunter Robin in a way. It's not the exact same story plot, but there were elements with both that are similar. I mean, besides hunting witches, there's a lot of mystery. There's something hidden. There's something that's going to get revealed. There's a reason why this organization is frowned upon compared to the other one that the government approves of more. And you want to know why. There's also other characters you meet that are within the same organization as Ashraf and Godaya. And they have their own unique abilities. And not everybody's the same. They don't all have the same skill set, which is really cool. The only times I have some problems is sometimes, and this was like my same problem with Demon Slayer, there's moments where it can drag a bit, and you don't feel like there's any kind of like point to it. Kind of feel like this could have been like trimmed down more, and we could have gone into the main story, or at least be investigating. Now, when they do investigate and Ashraf is doing his interrogations, it's really good. I like it. You're getting information, putting pieces together, and you're trying to solve it with him. But overall, I think this is a really good manga. I'm going to be reading 3 and 4 soon, and then I'm going to get the next 2 volumes. I don't think 6 is out yet. I think 5 might be. I could be wrong. I have to check on Right Stuff. It might be out of stock too, knowing with this whole manga situation. But I do recommend it. If you really like supernatural, mystery, action, a thriller, this is for you. And it's right up my wheelhouse. This is the stuff I like the most. And I would love to see an anime. I do. I really want to see an anime for this. Because I think with the art design of these characters, it would be really beautiful in color with the right kind of coloring. Because you don't want anything too bright unless it's appropriate for the scene. Yeah, check it out. The Witch and the Beast. I've read volumes 1 and 2. And I know there's a few more volumes. And it's an ongoing series, so it's a pretty new series. But I do suggest checking it out. So let me know down below in the comment section, have you read The Witch and the Beast? What do you feel about it? Did you like it? Did you not like it? Is there anything similar you recommend? Don't forget to hit like, share, and subscribe. And hit that notification bell so you know when I have a video up. And I will see you. Bye.